Hi, my name is Dr. Jessica Puccetti-Hoffman, and this is the story of why I walked away from everything so that I could discover who I truly am. I wrote this book, When Your Life Falls Apart Because You're Waking Up, honestly because it didn't exist when I went through my own spiritual awakening, which had a whole lot of highs but also a whole lot of lows, which I didn't feel anybody was really speaking about. Since I can remember, I have been an overworker and an overachiever, getting all of the certifications that I could. I mean, I graduated high school top of my class, I went to undergrad, I went off to vet school, got the husband, had the 2 kids, the White House, basically the white picket fence, right? Eventually I even opened my very own veterinary clinic. But under the surface, there was always this chronic anxiety and cycles of depression that I would go in and out of, drinking too heavily at home. My husband and I were always fighting. He was also a severe alcoholic. He had an opiate addiction and was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. My firstborn, about 6 to 7 months, got diagnosed with eczema. My secondborn ended up getting a diagnosis in utero of a cleft lip and palate. I felt like I was watching the Western medicine model, which was my religion, my doctrine, fail me. One member of my family at a time. And this really broke something in me. By the time September of 2023 rolled around, I was full in on holistic. I was off at a holistic veterinary conference and I saw a quantum healing lab. So I walked in. I was sure I was going to find something magical for my patients, some amazing modality. What I didn't expect was that magic was really for me. As I laid on the floor of the conference room, I was in a guided meditation where I met Source, God, consciousness. Honestly, the symbol here, it doesn't matter. But I discovered who I truly am in that moment. And I really understood that I'd become a veterinarian for everyone else but me. I came home and I began dismantling my identity like it was my next thesis project that I needed to get an A on. At the same time, I was still building my veterinary clinic, knowing full well I didn't want to be a vet, but I was not ready to disappoint anyone. Eventually, I walked away. I signed everything away for $0 and basically our life savings inside of it, and signed a 2-year non-compete. Not that I could have practiced medicine after that anyway. What followed, I wasn't prepared for. It was a full-on identity death that I like to call the void. It was honestly the only thing that got me out of it was using the framework that ended up becoming this book. When I found my way out of the void, I decided it was time to start going on Instagram. I built a following from 0 to 67,000 followers in 6 months, talking about neuroscience, survival patterns, and the highs and lows of spiritual awakenings. I'm also on Substack with about 1,400 subscribers and about a 50 to 60% open rate. I recently started a live challenge, a group challenge called Break the Pattern. I marketed it for a week and I got 57 people inside and it was an incredible. I got an amazing response. I've been on 3 podcasts that currently are in editing, and in a few weeks I'll be on the Voices of New Earth podcast. This book for me is what was missing during the darkest parts of my journey. It's for the person that's in the middle of the void, who knows there is something more, but they're just completely stuck. I weave neuroscience throughout because that is what helped me let go of the grip, or just loosen where I was stuck and what was controlling me. And I wrote it so nobody else feels alone like I did during this journey. Thank you so much for your consideration, and I really appreciate your time.